Hello there, beautiful family. Welcome to Chero Mtani channel. This is Chero, and thank you for always coming back to watch these videos. And please, if you are new here, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you have already subscribed, I don't take your views for granted. Thank you very much, and I hope we continue to work together in this journey. One of our viewers asked me to do this video, and of course I said why not. And it's for those university students, the first years who are reporting tomorrow and also in the coming weeks. Decided to do like a heads up so that you are informed, because it's possible that most of you have gone to primary school in the village, high school in the village. So coming to town, that is a transition that could bring some ish to some of you, but don't you worry, we got your backs. If there are also other advices that you think you could tell it out to those university students, write it down on the comment section, and of course we are going to air them next time. Okay, so I came up with several points, but then I broke them down, and we are going to start with accommodation. Okay, so one of the points is, please consider getting accommodation at an hostel before you rent your own apartment or your own room. And this is because most of the places in town are not safe. I mean, there are those areas that are considered not to be safe. So you will not know about it until you've stayed, like you've familiarized yourself with the town. So for this, it's better that you spend maybe the first month in a hostel, and then maybe the following month you can move out after you've done your background checks with the help of course of your mates or university mates who have been there before, like maybe the fourth years, the third years, or the second years. So please do a background check to see where you can go and live. Don't just come and then haraka hivyo umeanza kusema ati unatafuta nyumba, not unless you already know somebody mwenye amekutafutia nyumba. So that is the first thing I would advise that you do. All right? Okay, another point is when you are looking for a room to rent, please avoid the internet. I mean, most of us will think that it's easier finding houses on internet, but I would advise that you keep this one off, because there are a lot of fraudsters in the internet. I mean, most of the houses they post are not even true in the first place. So they are scam. So what they tell you is that when you see a house, umeona hiyo nyumba umeipenda, and then maybe you get in touch with them, they will ask you to send money. So please, to avoid this, wachana nayo. Wachana na hizo manyumba za internet. Wachana na manyumba ambazo zimepostiwa online ama for the time being, okay? Until you have umekaa town mpaka umejua kuishi town, okay? So for this, I will advise that either you go house hunting by yourself during the weekends when you don't have classes, or you also fellow students, whether they have vacant rooms in the places where they are living. So I think this will help you so that you don't get conned. The town where your college or campus is, there are house agents, there are offices there, and their purposes is to have houses to let or shops to let. So you can go there and then tell them that you need a house, and then you tell them the range of the apartment that you need to have. But now you have to note that most of them, they ask for agent's fee. And normally, for instance, in Nakuru, I don't know how it is in other towns. In Nakuru, the agent fee is usually usually half the rent. So for instance, if the house is 8,000 shillings, the agent fee will be 4,000. You will want to negotiate with the agent, bargain with them, and who knows, maybe you can get the lower amount. Okay, so they will ask you to pay electricity deposit, sorry, not fee, the electricity deposit, and that is usually 2,500. And if it is token, then you will not pay. But kama ni ile meter ya Kenya Power, then the agent or the landlady or the landowner you to pay 2,500. That is the deposit for electricity, and then 2,500 also for the water. But these are refundable. they are refundable. So when you are shifting, utarudishiwa. Just ask them utarudishiwa hizo pesa zako, but please make sure that you are given a receipt for that. Whatever payment that you make, kindly insist that you are given a receipt of the same. Okay, so it's better to naka macho. Okay, so let's assume you already found your house. So these are some of the things that happen in Nakuru. If you have your house, please consider locking your house every time. Ifunge na kifuli. Just make sure that you lock it. Hata kama you are told that the place is house iko safe sana, please, you don't want to run into trouble. Just make sure that you lock your house all the times. Another one, don't leave your shoes outside. Okay, so you might have visitors or even yourself leaving the shoes outside. Please, it's better that you have your shoes outside. That is if the apartment where you are living does not have like house gates, because there are some apartments where each house has their own private gates. So in this private gate you can lock with the kifuli. But if it doesn't, please eka tu viatu zako kwa nyumba, otherwise utawekewa. Okay, so please consider putting your shoes inside the house. Okay, another thing, when you have the house already, please do not allow strangers into your house. People would come, knock the door, and then they could tell you that they are from Kenya Power or even from the water agency, but please don't let them get inside. If there is anything that they need to do, let them consult the caretaker, because most of the houses here, they have caretakers. So do not take that initiative by yourself of letting people claiming to be from Kenya Power or water agency, because they could be thugs. And as soon as you let them inside, you have no chance of escaping any harm or you being robbed. Okay, so you better let them be. When somebody knocks at your house, just peep and look through the window to see if you are familiar with them, and if they are strangers, tafadhali do not let them in, or talk to them when they are mbali kidogo. Okay, in a place where when you are outside, you can, if they try something funny, you can scream or something like that, but do not let them inside the house. Also, I forgot to mention, if you are in Nakuru, probably that means your college or university is in town. So if it is in town, there are several estates that I can recommend to you. So you can go to section 58, and in section 58 they have bed sitters, but they are a little bit expensive, but unaweza tafuta, unaweza pata yenye inalingana na mfuko yako. And then there are a number of hostels in town. I know of MKU hostel, and most people say it's the best. You can go and check it out. And then kuna ingine, it's opposite a hotel. Maybe you can write it down. It's opposite Mauview Hotel or Indica Hotel. Kuna hostels ziko hapo pia, close to Egerton University yenye iko downtown. Alafu kuna ingine iko opposite Cathay Hotel, around tu hapo. It's also not far from MKU hostels. You can check them out. So kuna zingine tu mob. Alafu kama unataka nyumba pia, from 58 you can walk actually to town, or you can pay 20 bob. Unapanda tuk-tuk, you can pay 20 bob to town. Okay, so that is quite reasonable. Alafu other places where you can get accommodation is sana ni za wanafunzi, because it's walking distance to town, is London. So London unaweza pata nyumba mzuri, and then security there si mbaya sana. Okay, so places like Kiamunyi is a little bit further from town, because you need to pay like 50 or 60 shillings to town. So unaweza ona that's expensive for a student, but who knows, maybe mfuko wako iko sawa, so can go there. And then if you are joining let's say Kabarak University, inaitwa Rafikis, kuna hostels ziko hapo, so that place is cool, but kila wakati just funga mlango yako. Places that you should be a bit cautious ni mali inaitwa Bangladesh, iko tu Nakuru, so chungana sana. And then kuna Langamwisho, students pia wanaenda huko, but the place is not so safe, I can say, but watu huishi huko. But as a first timer, I will not advise you to get a house there. Watu wa manyumba wasinisikia wakuje walichome. Okay, another heads up. If you are commuting, mali unalipa 20 bob ama 50 bob to your school, please make sure uko na change ndogo, as in uko na pesa ndogo, like 100 shillings or 200 shillings to give to the conductor. Because otherwise, if you give out 500 ama 1000, mutaanza kusumbuana, and you know how these guys are. Wataanza kukutusi, or some of them will actually walk away with your money. Okay, now that we have the house and we want to go shopping a little bit in town, this applies to Nakuru and also to Nairobi. Tafadhali, when you have your handbag, make sure you bring it in front of you. Don't have your bag behind you, okay? Even your laptop backpack, make sure that you have it in front of you. This will help you block anybody who wants to snatch away your bag. There are a lot of snatchers in town. I mean, I've seen a lot of people lose their handbags just like that, because there are some guys with motorbikes and they just come and they snatch your bag. So you want to always be careful. Take precaution, just bring your bag, iweke tu ilete mbele, sawa? So like this you will at least take care of your monies or your phones, okay? Avoid making phone calls when you are on the streets. Avoid them. This is because when you are just making your phone, somebody could just come and boom, they just slap you, or they destabilize your hand, and then they run away with your phone. So if it is really necessary that you have to make that phone call or you have to receive that phone call, please pull out to walk to a shop, outside the shop, or the bank veranda, or to a hotel, and then there you can make your call. I mean, in a place where you see that you can react if somebody tries to snatch your phone. But otherwise, mali watu wanapitana hivi na hivi, please avoid making phone calls hadi ujue kukaa town, sawa? So otherwise, within one day utakuwa unapiga simu home uambiane you've lost your phone, yet you can avoid these things, okay? Again, about phones, if you get into a matatu and then you get a seat that is at the window, please make sure that you always lock that window, okay? So otherwise you will just lose your phone or your purse through the same window. So ifunge, if you don't have to use that phone, acha phone ikae kwa bag, okay? You'll just make that phone call once you are in the house. But in the public transport, inside the matatu, usitumie simu yako, okay? Like that your phone will live a long life. Another thing, we are always told that thieves are getting intelligent by the day. They invent things that gets us unawares. But once it happens to us, it's also our duty that we also help others not to fall into the same trap. So when you are in town, ama you are just walking, and then you see money is on the ground, please usichukue. We are not in the era where manna is dropping from heaven. Wachana na hiyo pesa. Hawa watu, they just drop the money down and then they'll just be following you. Now, if you pick it, they will come to you and then they will tell you, hey, let's share the money or something like that. And then from there, you will not even understand how you were robbed. So, okay, somebody can tell you, hey sister, or hey brother, umeangusha pesa zako. Usiangalie nyuma. Siwe unajua kwenye umeweka pesa yako, usiangalie nyuma, and don't respond to such people. Kanyaga kubwa kubwa ukienda. Alafu kuna form mingine wanatumia kukon watu. Cause me here, I was a victim, but that's a story for another day. If you see a woman or you meet a woman and then she asks you for a direction, Na mara nyingi huwa wanauliza Tumaini, ati sijui kuna inaitwa Tumaini, sijui children's home ama nini nini. Usisimame. Weka, potea, tembea, we endelee na shughuli zako, hata usimurespondie ati akikwambia ati habari yako. In fact mimi nitasema hivi, ukikuwa town, mtu akusalimie, mtu mjui, hujawahi muona, usirudishe salamu zako, kaa nazo. Because the moment you respond to those salamu, you are entertaining them, they get close to you, they use your charm, utapoteza network, utajikuta hauna kila kitu. Sawa? So, mtu akikusalimia, jifanye umujui, akizidi, mgeuzie macho, umuangalie na macho mbaya hadi akuache. Because these people, yani ni wakora, and they wanajua kumark sana mtu mwenye ameingia tu town. So, mtu akikuuliza direction atijui ya kwenda wapi, usimjibu, we jiende tu. If they need direction, wanaweza enda kuuliza soldier, okay? Hata wewe pia, kama kuna mali unataka kwenda na unaona kama umepotea direction, usiulize tu mtu hivi. Enda kwa hawa tu security kwenye huwa wanachunga buildings. You can ask the directions from them. Ama you go to a shop, ask direction from a shop, or you go to a petrol station, ask for the direction, or go to a restaurant, ask for direction. But do not ask watu hivi kwa street. Hao watu watakupoteza. Watu wengi siku hizi ni mikora. We have the fruits of the Holy Spirit and the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Hiyo hacha nyumbani. Usilete town. Hiyo utapractice ukirudi home. Ama uende hospitali pale, kama uko Nakuru, ende hospitali pale Medi, wenye wamelazwa hospitali, hao ndio genuine wanahitaji msaada. But anybody mwenye yako kwa street, treat everyone as a suspect. Suspect con. Usiamini watu ovyo town. Na nimwambia mimi nilikodiwa na hao watu wakuuliza direction, but I'll give you that story one of these fine days. Sawa. So, direction, usipeane direction. Number 2, usiokote pesa. Sawa? So, jipe shughuli. Usifike mali nikaa unarusha network, unaanza unazuba. There was something else I wanted to say. What was it? Yes, this one. Avoid using motorbikes at night, because it has been said that most of these thugs, but si motorbikers wote ni wabaya, but most of these thieves are using motorbikes. So they just pretend to be motorbike guys giving transport, kumbe ni wakora. They will end up taking you to a different place, not to your room. So what I will suggest is avoid using motorbike at night, but if you have to, kindly use somebody you know, or someone, a motorbike guy that your friend recommends, or your fellow students recommend. Sawa? But to see pick two randomly. And then another thing, do not stop a moving motorbike. Jioni ati ya kubebe, usiku ati ya kubebe. Enda hadi kwa stage. It's better you go to wanakuanga na stage yao ya motorbike, because they are known. Sawa, wanajuana. So go and pick a guy from the stage and then tell them where you are going. But if you can't, please avoid safari za usiku. Just make sure you are in the room in time. Ndio usipatikane na hii mambo mbaya. Ingine, please ukiwa town, make sure you have your mask above your nose, ama siju over your nose. Just make sure you have your mask, because you don't want to run into troubles with the police. Sawa? Otherwise utapoteza tao yako moja, ama utajipata Central Police, and we don't want to be there. Sawa. So just follow the MOH guidelines. Just wear your mask, and then ukiwa place ambayo it is a bit out of town, and then you see that you are probably alone or not many people, na unaona it is safe, huwezi shikwa, then you can lower down your mask. But otherwise, just have it over your nose. Oh, I almost forgot. So let's say you are also late somewhere in town, and then you choose to use a taxi. Please make sure that you take a photo of that taxi's number plate, and then send it to your friend or to your relative. And when you're inside the taxi, just pretend that you are making a phone call. Like unaweza sema hey, niko kwa taxi nakuja na taxi ni number plates Z and Z and Z and Z. Yani huyo driver asikie, so that kama alikuwa na ill intentions ata change mind yake, because already anaona ako exposed. So those are some of the few things that I thought I should share with you, but I will continue sharing them with you as time goes by. But for the moment, please just stay safe when you're in town. Of course, utazoea, usi feel that sasa uko tao and all these things are making you scared. No, these are just heads up that will make your life a little bit easier, that you don't run into so many problems. Okay, so some of the things most of us have gone through, or we know somebody who has gone through the same. Till next time, please, you take care of yourself. Enjoy your time in whatever university or college you will be in. We will continue talking about university life, and until next time, please take care of yourself, wash your hands, keep social distancing, and don't forget to watch our videos, share them with your friends and loved ones. And if you have not subscribed, please, I'm just asking you, kindly subscribe, and stay safe, and may God bless all of you. Bye.